Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan. I'm the Kryptonian Collector, and again, we have another traveling convention style vlog. Corey and I will be leaving tomorrow, not to a convention, but to the Sussex Flea Market. It is the largest flea market in the Maritimes, I believe. I could be incorrect, but I believe it's the largest in the Maritimes. So I've gone before. I think we've done videos on it before. I went last year and found some really crazy good deals on comic books. So that is what I'll be looking for. We're actually leaving quite early, so I'm getting a head start, and I'm going to show you guys how I get a head start on this. I will be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow getting cleaned up and ready to go. So we're going to be jumping, basically, I'm going to be jumping in the car, going down to pick them up. We're making one quick pit stop, and then we'll be on our way. It's an hour drive, so we want to be there fairly early to find all the good deals. So I'm going to take you along. I'm going to show you the first steps to getting ready for the con for me. And we're going to start by going down to the gas station and filling my car up. Get the keys, and we've got a full tank. All right, guys, so I figured I'd show you everything I'm bringing with me to the Sussex Flea Market. Starting with my con wallet. You may recognize this from my East Coast Comic Expo video. Yep, still using this one. What I'm going to do, for those that don't know, is put my normal wallet in a lockbox in my car, since I'm going to have to park somewhere. And I'm going to carry the majority of my cash in this wallet, which I will keep on me. And that way I don't lose any of my credit cards, ID, or anything like that. It'll be locked safely in my car. So I will have that. And if I do lose it, I'm going to lose a couple $100 and that'll be it. I will also be taking my Apple Watch. Now, it's got the metal band on it, which I really like as my everyday band to go anywhere in. But there's a chance it's going to be super warm. And as you can see the time there, it's going to be super warm tomorrow. So I'm not going to want to have this metal band on. I can tell you from experience, it's hard to clean when you're sweating and walking everywhere. So I'm going to use this more elastic band that I got off Amazon. I think I got a 6-pack for like $10. So I'm going to be using that. I'm also going to take my little POV cam. It's kind of like a GoPro that wishes, it's like a Wish GoPro. You can see it as an HP. I bought this years ago. I think I used it once to film at East Coast Comic Expo a few years back. But I'm going to try it again, and I might be able to, because I'm not going to want to use my phone to film everything I'm going through. For the most part, I'm going to have my phone in my pocket, and I won't be able to talk to, I won't be able to film much. So I'm going to be going to that. I will be using the phone to film what I can, but again, I don't know. Next thing up is my old con bag satchel. And again, it's seen better days. I still have not replaced this thing. Still have all the pins on it, so it is exactly the way it was. And like I said in the last video, my East Coast Comic Expo video, I really want one with a rigid back, because when you're putting comics in this, it's going to get bent up. And at HalCon or East Coast Comic Expo, I can always go and dump everything at the car. But what I found last Expo is that if you have cases and stuff that you can kind of put in there to help kind of hold it rigidly to a straight backing, you might be able to help, which brings this into the picture. It's some old boards that were bagged and packed up with a comic book I got from Monkey Brothers. So I got a bunch of extra little boards from comics that I'm going to put any books I buy in between. And what I learned last year is a lot of the books you're going to find are raw and absolutely exposed. So I'm going to bring some bags and boards for those. And the ones that are in bags and boards are probably going to need some sort of protection. So I've got about 12 bags and boards for any books. I do also have one top loader sleeve that I'm going to be bringing with me. I just have to put my hands on it. And of course, my sunglasses will be going with me. Okay, so that is basically what I'm carrying with me into the con. The sunglasses, the watch, and everything. I've gone through all that. Now, what am I going to wear to an outdoor excursion? Now, I've already talked about the heat. I'm gonna sweat. I'm gonna be walking around that flea market for hours. So what I've learned is you bring a bag or a satchel, you bring some sun lotion or sun cream, which I will be applying before bringing a little bit too, because if it's sunny, I'm gonna burn and I just don't want to do that. The last thing I'm going to be wearing, obviously going to be wearing my Zack Snyder t-shirt, which I'm not wearing right now, but I will be wearing that one tomorrow. I wear it to most cons and any kind of function like this. And the other thing I'm going to wear are obviously shorts because it's going to be hot and I'm not going to probably want jeans on. So the ones I'm going to wear have zippers on the pockets, which I find are very important for any kind of big crowded areas. Just so nobody can slip in and get your keys to your car or slip in and get your wallet, even the fake wallet that you used as the distraction, my con wallet. That will just add an extra layer of protection. The only other thing I'm going to be bringing is a bottle of water. They're going to have people selling cans of pop and bottles of water there for about $1 or $2. But I'm going to bring a bottle of water just to get me started, and also going to have my Monster in the morning, which you will see here soon. But anyways, guys, that is me getting ready the night before. I have to get to bed because I got to get up early to go pick up Corey. We're going to make one quick stop by the supermarket here, and then we're hitting the highway and heading up to Sussex. So, yeah, it'll be a good day, I'm sure. I'm very excited. I'm really hoping for some really great comic books. Last year, I went day 2, which was a mistake. I've heard that people have found pretty rare books. So I did go the second day last year and I found a handful of books that I was able to flip and make some money on. So I'm hoping to find some more that I can flip, make some money on, and maybe 1 or 2 for my own personal collection that I'm looking for. I know of one vendor that'll probably be there that was at East Coast Comic Expo, the one with all the Golden Age Superman and Batman. And I'm just hoping I don't end up buying something from them. They were all low grade, but I still wanted them. So I guess we'll have to find out tomorrow if I can get the little micro cam charged. I hope I can, because that's my main focus on recording right now. But I will see you guys all in the AM at 7 a.m. All right, guys. So we are in the car. I'm getting ready to go get Corey. It is 7 a.m. And I've got my Monster like every other con or event I go to. Anyway, let's get down there. Should be a warm day, so I've got everything packed in the bag and we're ready to go. Okay, I've arrived at Sussex and I picked Corey up, as you've seen. I couldn't film on the way because I was the driver. Again.
Yeah, well, you know, you got the nicer car, so you get the nicer drive.
We're on our way over there. Right. Just right over here. We're heading right over here to get in. I've got my money right here. We're good to go. We'll get our tickets and head in.
Seems to be a lot of like model pictures.
Yeah. Might loop back there afterwards. Bless you, sir.
Vinyl. That's your thing.
Kind of is, but
Model cars over there. I don't know if they're
nothing
more
too.
significant.
Yeah, I think it was.
$6 Rubik's Cube. Spider-Man. Get some Mario Kart. Do you know what actually would be hard to find though?
I feel like I'm in absolute danger right now.
You gotta get closer with that face.
That's creepy as hell. Like, look at that thing. No. What the fuck was that? I'm talking about these little cobra chicken bastards.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
You can, but they're not, they're fakes. Yeah, these are the legitimate, these are the real ones. Like, look, oh, I don't mind. they're the legit ones. So you have your hollows you can get inside. You have your specials. Yeah, look at that one. Oh yeah, these are like these are real from the Naruto cards. Yeah, non AliExpress. Yeah. Are you a Naruto fan?
Yes.
Here you go.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
No problem. That's the first time I opened up a clear cut.
Oh, really?
The value is small at the moment, but what I heard in the making is they're going to be making the English ones. So you're actually going to be able to play like they did with
The old original, like ones from 2010.
They come back and
Yeah, I just got into it there a few years ago. Like, it's blown up since
and it's going to keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna grab a full
Yeah, sure. Debit to also cash as you wish. What's
it says 250.
yeah. No, on the same card?
Yeah, I'll take that.
So here you go. So 30. So tap. So your card, you have to just keep it flat. And I'm gonna tap you. Just put it down a bit. Every card has its sweet spot. Look at that. One card for each roll. You have tap on this one? There you go.
And as you can see,
Oh yeah. Would you like the receipt?
no thank you.
Well, good luck. I hope you get, like I said, if you get an autograph in there, I think Aunt May, Marissa Tomei.
It runs, so if you come up this way, you're like A, B, C, and then it'll start doubling in the end. Yeah. Because I feel like there's still more. A, A, B, B. But this is all going, letters go this way, and then numbers go this way. Right where we're at is 18, so if you go this far down, higher, and this way's lower, yeah.
There's a big avenue right there.
And you'll always know that the way that we came in, you know, the dirt or the main road. And then the next sweet spot is like way down.
Ford Taurus, license plate WZ134, parked in front of you.
It's really warm.
All right, everyone, I am back home. This is actually hours later. I got home and had to have a power nap. It was a warm day. Corey and I were way overheated. Got back to my car, cranked the AC. If you want to see any of the trip down and back, you'll have to check his video out. If it's up by the time I upload this one, it will be down in the description, sorry, below when he uploads his. But I did get a couple stacks of comic books at this. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is there were no great deals. I got a couple small deals, but nothing massive. And this is it. 2 small stacks. I did find some good stuff, but I did have to pay up for it, so there was no real crazy amount. I will start off showing you, the majority of this will be going to my personal collection, but there are a couple in here that will be up for sale. But again, they're not even big enough, I don't think, to put on my eBay page. So, but we're going to start off with Justice issue number 5, a beautiful Alex Ross cover. I paid $1.65 for this one. I haggled down. The majority of this pile came from the same guy. I re-bagged and boarded this one from the bags and boards I brought earlier. And I think it's just a beautiful cover. I saw it and I love Alex Ross's work. I've got signed books by him before and I just had to have it. Now the only issue with this one is it does have a couple spine ticks, but it is now a placeholder for this book in a 9.8. Because I gotta tell you, I don't know why, I just love his art and I think that's just a fantastic cover. Alright, we'll put that one down here. But when it does, when I do get this replaced, it'll probably go in my $2 maybe bin. Next up is Justice League America Zero from the early 2000s, September 06. Now this one, I actually found the free comic book day version and just decided, you know what, I'm gonna grab it. So I grabbed it. Nothing really about it, I just kind of like the art of the Trinity. And it is, I should have probably mentioned this, I don't know, I think it's a 9.4 at least. Maybe even get a 9.6, but I don't think I'm going to send that to get graded. Next up is one that I'm going to be selling. I've actually already got it priced. It is the nicest book from the 70s of the Gold Key Walt Disney books I've ever found. So I got it all freshly boarded and bagged and put it a price tag on it. I'm going to be selling this for $4 Canadian to start, and if no one wants it, I'll drop it down to $3. I did pay $2 for it, but definitely not a terrible deal. But hopefully I can double my money at least on it. It is nice. It does need a press, but all right. Now this one is definitely going to my collection. It's another one ticked off, my Superman Volume 1, issue 297. There is a giant fold. It's not color breaking through the cover, so I will have to have it pressed when I do have it graded because all of these are eventually going away for grading. I know, crazy. Next up is Superman issue number 253. Or sorry, not 253, 653, 652, and 651. And I picked up 650. Now, for all those Superman books, I paid $1.65 each. This one, I did pay $5 for it, but the other books came in that stack, got them for $1.65 each. And next up is, again, just a ton of books from the sale. These, I think I got them all out of order. I'm trying to put them back in order now for you. I was not prepared for this. All right, I think so. All right, so again, these are all Action Comics, and I paid $1.65. So it's issue 839, issue 838, issue 837, issue 836, and I just have to say, this one I did check out, issue 836. I love that cover. I really like the S shield and the look of it. Really cool. And issue 829. So again, $1.65 for each, and I am kind of going after Action Comics, but I'm not absolutely hounding it like I am Superman Volume 1. Mainly because it's just going to be crazy to get the first bit. I am actually tracking down a Action Comics that I really want, but that's for another video. This next one I bought is my first pickup of the day. And I found it in a little tent, under a little tent. He had his keys stacked up on the bin. They were a little bit damp. There was one I did want to go back, an Amazing Spider-Man book, but I just never got back. But it is Avengers #1, the facsimile copy. I paid $5 for it, mainly because it's a possible 9.8, and I've been collecting the facsimile copies of books that are going to be placeholders for when I get the real version. Unless I don't, then it will be the only book. But $5, not bad, mint condition, and the bag and board were still really good. So, and we're going to go back to the $1.65 books. Paid $1.65 for each of these. So we got Batman Detective Comics 821, Detective Comics 820, Detective Comics 819, some really great black covers, and surprisingly there's no color breaking spine text. I was really surprised by this. This next one has one maybe. Detective 818. This one does have a couple, I believe. This one's probably more on the 9496, but 817. And those are the detective books I got. Now, I'm not collecting detective either, but I'm just kind of seeing what I can do with it for now. So, I'm probably going to put those in my collection. And these ones are going to be staying, because again, I'm trying to get Batman now as well, I guess. And we will start with 654, Batman issue number 654. This great cover, issue 653. Issue 652. And issue 651. And again, $1.65 for each of those and the Detective Comics, so not bad overall. Really happy to have found that booth. It was 2 long boxes, and I was able to pick up all those. But now we're moving on to the big books. Now this took most of the money. I did find one booth full of books, Key, Golden Age, everything you could want. And I picked out a couple nice selections. If you watch my Instagram, you will see that I got a Wiz Comics issue 58 recently. So I also added Wiz Comics 143. And for this one, I paid 50 Canadian dollars all in. And I just really like the content of it. The panels on the bottom added to it, the Zeppelin. I just thought it was a really cool cover. And the next one, Golden Age as well, the Marvel Family, issue number 47. And as you can see, pretty cool art. The cover, unfortunately, was detached. So, actually, this one is the one I paid $50 for. That one I paid $85. Sorry, the Wiz Comics was 85 Canadian. This one was 55 because the cover was detached. But the cover still looks really nice. The book's all there, it's all together. So, a couple really cool Golden Age Shazam or Captain Marvel covers. Toss this aside, so those will go in my collection for now. At some point, they could be up for sale, so anything can happen. And this final one is definitely going to a CGC signing whenever Todd McFarlane gets in. I've got 2 books for him now. I've got the Spidey 300 and this one. This one I picked up from the same guy with the Marvel Family and the Wiz Comics. It is Batman issue number 423, the Canadian price variant. And I paid $190 for it. It was a little bit high, but not bad. It is definitely a 7.5 to 8.0 with a press. I might be able to squeak a little bit more out of it, but I doubt it. It definitely will be getting the press, but definitely a cool book to get. I'm going to get Todd McFarlane to sign it, and that'll be that. It's not every day, and even he said you don't really see it. I've come across a couple before, but it was always the American price, and it was not the newsstand barcode on it, but definitely cool to find a Canadian book in Canada, go figure. But those were the 3 biggest books of the whole flea market. Unfortunately, like I said, there was a couple vendors there last year I was looking for. One that was at East Coast Comic Expo, and they weren't there because it's probably best they weren't. I was going to probably end up buying a couple Superman Golden Age books, but just means I'll have to save a little bit more for East Coast Comic Expo if they're there this coming year. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for coming along with me to the Sussex Flea Market of 2024. Unfortunately, there weren't a lot of vendors. There was only maybe 1, 2. But next year, who knows? I will be going back probably next year, and I'll probably be bringing you as well. But thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like rating, subscribe to my channel, ding dong the notification bell if that's something you want to do, if you want to get notified whenever I post a new video. And let me know in the comments down below, which book do you think I did the best on? Did I do a little worse than you'd think? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys all on my next video. Hold up. I did forget one book. My bad. Of the complete collection of the last pickup I really did, the biggest pickup of the flea market, this is one of the books I got for $1.65. And as you can see, I've already got a price. It is the final issue of Jonah Hex, issue number 92. And the reason this book is a little bit more, it's the one that stood out to me the most, is because it is a low print run. And I knew to look for this one because my uncle actually had a couple in his collection. So I kind of knew the value on this. And this one is a pretty clean copy. The corners are nice and sharp. Pretty sharp. I think there's actually a little dog ear that I can see there now, but with a press you could get that out. But it's a nice enough book, and I think it can warrant upwards of at least 10 to 12, but I do have $15, so I can give a deal if someone did come to the shop and want it. I do have a little shop in my garage right now, that corner of it that I use as a comic shop, but this will be going out there at some point. I will be setting up on Whatnot to stream auctions, so if you are interested in that, keep viewing, subscribe to my channel, and I will be announcing that hopefully shortly. But this one will probably go up on Whatnot at some point too, if you're in the market for it. And the next book is this one. Now, you've seen this one from the pile when I just showed y'all. It is the Justice issue number 5, Alex Ross cover, which is why I bought it. Little did I know it's the second printing, and it is worth about $50+ Canadian. And this is a really nice copy. The corners were sharp, actually sharp, no dog ears, nothing. Although this one is a little bit worse off, I guess. See, I need to look at these a little better, but I still think it would get a near mint minus. You can see some of the issues on the spine, but I do believe that I can get those pressed out for the most part. Now, will I get this graded as is? No, it will be going to my presser for a quick press and clean. And at some point, if Alex Ross does a signing, I may send it in for the signing. But I do have a couple other books for him as well, so we'll see. This one is on the list, though. And I will always be keeping my eyes open for a near mint copy of this, so I could possibly upgrade it. But until then, it will stay in my collection. But I did want to just kind of give you the update on these 2 books. Again, if you want any information about any sales or whatnot, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, on TikTok, and you can see those updates there. And I will share a link at some point on one of my socials to my Whatnot Stream channel. Until then, guys, thanks again, and I will see you all on the next video.